Hi guys, welcome back to Unsolved with Barb. It's been a while since I did it live, so I thought I would give some updates and past updates of the Orrin and Orson West or Classic and Sincere. So the boys allegedly went missing in California City. Now, they were from Bakersfield, so they could be in Bakersfield or they could be in Cal City. No one seems to know at this moment. So we're going to start from the beginning. On December 21st, 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orrin West were playing with chalk in their family's California City backyard. According to their adoptive father, Trezell West, and their adoptive mother, Jacqueline West, was inside wrapping presents while he was outside gathering firewood. Okay, so Trezell says he came into the house. I saw them there. We went into the house. I came back out, and I didn't see them there. When his wife confirmed that she hadn't seen the boys either, panic set in. I'm sure. I realized I left the back gate open and I panicked and came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife. Once that didn't pan out, I got in the van and I looked down the street in both directions. It was getting dark and cold. Trezell said that he immediately began searching the neighborhood for the pair and called the police for help. California City police members in the community searched the area for the boys Monday night and all day Tuesday the following day. The boys' biological mother, Ryan Dean, arrived from Bakersfield to help in the search. She goes, I just had to be here because my babies are supposedly missing from this house, Ryan said. So I just need to be here right now. I feel sorry for Ryan Dean. Somehow she lost her kids. I don't know the story on that. I've tried looking it up, and I couldn't really find too much information of why the boys were taken from her. Yeah, so now let's see what else it is. Yes, so it's unclear why Ryan Dean lost custody of her sons. She is working on getting her life back on track. She blames the West for the boys' disappearance, saying they did something. I feel like my kids are somewhere around here. I can feel it. So, mother's intuition says a lot, in my opinion. Okay, so that was from people online there. So let me see what else we can find. I did want to show, yes, okay. So I'm going to share a video. Share my screen. I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. Now, where's the video I want to share? Okay.
And we start tonight with the ongoing search for two California City kids reported missing a mere 3 days before Christmas. Here's a look at the two brothers, 3-year-old Orson West and 4-year-old Orrin West. All right, let's take a look today where I went out. The desert community of California City, where neighbors tell 17 News police were digging in the backyard of the home where the boys were living with their adopted parents. As you can see from this drone video captured by neighbors, local law enforcement was brought in a light tower and roughly a dozen investigators last night dressed in white overalls who exhaustively searched the bare grounds of the backyard at this modest house on Aspen Avenue. That's where the boys were last reported to have been seen. Their adopted parents reported them missing Monday. Police and volunteers have been searching the area for the last 2 days. One neighbor described the intense scene last night.
It was very, traumatic and kind of scary, knowing that they're digging over there and not knowing if they're going to find the bodies of the babies, just where they are. If they're not there, then where are they?
The adopted parents say the kids were playing on the back porch and then suddenly disappeared. The pair believe the children went through an open gate in the backyard. If you have any information or may have seen the children, please call the California City Police at 760-373-8606.
Okay, so there was that. Let me just come back. I hope you guys could see that. I'm not on YouTube, so I can't see. Anyhow, let me just stop my screen for a second. Okay. What else do we have here? Close that one out. Now, I want to go to the video of the adoptive parents. This is their first video. I want you to watch the body language and everything. It does say a lot, in my opinion, their body language, especially Trezelle's. So I guess I have to share my screen again. All right, share, go there. And this is the video I want. All right, so we're going to listen to, this is the first interview with Trezelle and Jacqueline West. And I think it was made on December 23rd. This is their first interview.
We just want to thank everyone in the community for all the support we've seen. We've felt so helpless. And seeing everybody out here really looking and helping out really means a lot. So, tell us what happened the night the kids went missing.
Oh, okay.
From our yard.
It was cold. I was gonna make a fire. There's a lot of wood in this area right here next to our house. I opened up the back gate. I'm throwing wood, bringing it inside the house. My wife's inside. She was actually wrapping gifts, so we thought it was a good idea that our youngest two go outside, play with chalk on the back patio. Do not let them go on the dirt in the backyard. Keep them close. So I was playing with chalk. I came in the house. I saw them there. I went in the house. I came back out. I didn't see them there. I immediately went back in, asked my wife, "Did you see the boys?" She said, "No, they should be outside playing with chalk." I said, "Well, I didn't see them," so I came back.
Apparently, Chalk is their dog. I originally thought when he said playing with chalk that they were playing with sidewalk chalk on the patio, but apparently Chalk is the dog.
Outside, I started searching my backyard. I searched the whole thing. I realized that I left the gate open, and I panicked, came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife. Once that hadn't pan out, I got in the van. I looked down the street, both directions. It was getting dark, getting cold. I got in the van, and I hit a bunch of corners. I went down this street. I turned my light on. I searched. I called their names. Talked to a gentleman on the street on the other side over there. He didn't see me. So then I came home, and I told my wife, "We need to call the cops. It's getting dark, and I need help. We got to get going." So I called the cops. The cops came. First thing they did was tell us to stay in the house so they can get a hold of us. And they had us just sitting there, and we wanted to keep searching. But everybody came out in droves, and I wanted to thank you guys that night, but we couldn't go outside.
The cops told us the best are out here.
The best are out here searching, and we appreciate it. And nobody ever could never talk to anybody, and that was the issue.
We just want to thank everybody.
Really want to
and,
thank you guys.
Please, if anybody has seen them, please call, let somebody know.
Call the cops. Call California's city police department. Call them and let them know what you've seen, if you've seen anything. Our boys, they are going to be rambunctious. Okay.
Okay, he said the boys are going to be rambunctious. Well, they're 3 and 4 years old. Um, Rambunctious. I don't think my granddaughter's almost 3. Now, mind you, she's the only one, so she's kind of calm. So if the two boys are together, yeah, they can be playful. But if they're lost, I don't think they're going to be rambunctious if someone was to find them, in my opinion.
They are going to be here in this area. And I really would like to go into houses, but it's not because I want to invade people's privacy. I just want to know if they make sure. That's it. Because I don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry. If you got any questions.
Oh, no, you're good.
Oh, okay.
I was just going to say, this is the first time we're hearing from you guys, and I can't imagine what you guys are going through. I can't even fathom it. For you guys, for people who are thinking that there's some kind of foul play involved, we just spoke to the biological mother. She says she had a conversation with you guys, and that she thinks there's some kind of foul play involved. That she thinks you guys did something.
And that's understandable.
What's your response to that?
That's understandable. I would think the same thing.
Yep.
I mean, that's exactly.
Why would you think the same thing? Ryan Dean, who is the biological mom, I could see her being accusative towards the adoptive parents. But when Trezell and Jacqueline say we would feel the same way, I don't know about that.
The point. And if we can find our babies, then guess what? That's no. And that's all I want is to find my babies. That's it. And I talked to her this morning, and I really wanted to tell her that I am completely sorry because we were entrusted with her children, and they came to us, and they became our children. We named them, and they are our children, and so we want them back. So please, if y'all get back on what you guys are doing, we should be able to get a hold of somebody, but they took all of our tech, so they wanted to, I guess, just rule us out, which makes sense. That's part of the investigation. So that's pretty much it.
Have you guys, you talked to the police all last night?
Yes.
So you guys willfully gave them your
Everything.
technology,
Yes.
the car.
Yes.
How did they get a search warrant?
I don't see why they got one, but they got one.
Yeah,
We would
they
have let them
didn't
take
need one,
anything.
but
We would have let them take everything. We let them come in and search with us. We asked them to come do that.
What did they take?
Just tech. And that's it. Like our phones.
From the house, actually.
Oh, well, I guess, should I answer that?
Answer it does, yeah.
Okay. So, okay, I guess, I don't even know.
I see.
He's getting frustrated.
Seriously, that
Trezell.
we needed to be out here. We did. Again, we were told the best are out here looking already. Just to stay put. They have more questions. There was literally a cop with us the whole time in there.
He had us sitting down. We would ask him to go help. They had us sit
Said
down.
nope.
He said, no, we got the best out there.
So
We need
it's not.
you guys here because we have more
I don't want you
questions."
guys thinking we
No.
didn't try. We actually looked
tried.
before we called
We looked,
police.
yes.
And I imagine the mind-boggling part is the search for information. What happened? Where are they?
Yes.
Et cetera, et cetera.
And we're, yeah.
And just so we are able to present the information correctly, at what time did you guys notice your kids went missing, and at what time were they reported missing to the police?
It's about, I think it was about 4:30, going on 5. It was getting dark, like I said. 5-ish. That's about it. That's when everything played out.
And then when did you guys call the police to report them missing?
After we searched
Yeah.
a little bit around here, it was dark, so we definitely we got worried.
Would you say it was maybe within an hour, a couple hours?
No, it was within minutes of us getting finished with our search.
Okay.
It was within minutes.
What do you guys want people at home to understand about this situation? For them, even speaking about what you guys are feeling is difficult. What do you want them at home to understand about this whole situation?
We're going through it. It's difficult. I mean, everybody's making their own their own conclusions. They don't know anything. We're not sure like everything. We're not sure. We said what we knew, and if anybody has seen them or anything, please call the police department.
Would you like to provide pictures? Or do you have any?
I have older pictures. All my newest were on my phone.
Okay.
A lot of people are speaking of this as, after the math past tense. I want to talk about your kids in present tense. What kind of boys are these? Tell us about the boys.
Very playful, very rambunctious, and they do love to wrestle. They do love to kind of get rough with each other.
Kids.
They're kids.
For everybody who's here, I can't see chat, just so you know.
So during the pandemic, we weren't trying to go, out here. And so we stayed inside.
Yes.
Yeah, we searched before we called the cops. That's what we were saying.
What time did they come up missing?
They came missing right before it got dark. And then we called. I searched that property. I even drove around this neighborhood right here. I even talked to a gentleman on that side, one of those streets over there. I said, "Did you see some little black kids?" And that's the way I was gonna come. But when I came back home, I decided to call the cops because it was dark. They couldn't have got away that fast.
And why did it take two people to go in the house? At least two kids out here by themselves. It should have been one parent going in and one parent right here watching the child. Not two parents going in the house and leaving two little kids out here by themselves for 10 minutes.
No, they were in the backyard.
I believe the lady talking is the aunt of the boys on the mother's side or the father's side.
All right. Sorry. You guys were talking about your boys who you're, I understand. For a mother's intuition, I know you were saying, and we'll get your names after this, but you were saying how you feel like they're in this area. Do you feel the same way? And what is the intuition? What is the sense you get? What do you think happened to your boys? Do you think someone took them? Do you think they're lost? Do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely know they're not walking around. They're not that kind. They do not just roam around. These patches. They definitely, I think, definitely would have been picked up or something.
That was my assumption.
Have they ever taken off something
No.
before?
No.
They've never taken off.
No.
All right, guys. I think that's the end of that video. Yep. All right. Let me close out of that. So that was the first video of the adoptive parents. Hey, Lips. Are you still here? Can't see chat right now. And welcome, Ray. Okay, so I wanted to, there is a video. I just gotta look for it. If you give me a quick second, let me just see what this one has to say. So I was really trying to find the adoption video of Orrin and Orson. I couldn't seem to find it for some strange reason online. So if anybody does have that video, please let me know. It's the day that they got legally adopted to Trezell and Jacqueline West. So I also wanted to gotta find it now. Sorry, guys. Oh, what's this one here? I read that one already. All right, so let me just. I think it's this one here. It's my Twitter. Try to have them all ready and going. Now, this is from Court TV. And it was, I don't know when this was taken. Well, listen to this. It's really good. It's very informative, I found. So let me just pause this here and start from the beginning. And I got to share my screen. Oh, let me read chat here. Ray, hi. How was he just watching? Oh, I can't read. He was just switched right there and started. Yeah. And if you notice, his arms never really moved from underneath his armpits. And if you notice, when Jacqueline was talking, she was either shaking her head yes or shaking her head no when she was questioned, like talking. So, yes, they are. Thank you for being here, Lips and Ray. I'm just looking at chat on StreamYards. So, okay, so let me get to the Court TV one. Share my screen. So, I'll blow this up a little bit. There we go. So this is about 6 minutes.
I think that everybody's just hoping that they find something just to help them get a little bit closer to finding them babies, or hopefully find them today.
Horrible for a mother to have to do that. She's in so much pain. You guys will never understand it unless you have children yourself. You know the pain that she is enduring.
Now, I'm hoping she's talking about the pain of Ryan Dean and not Jacqueline West, because, yeah.
We are going to keep searching. We're going to keep coming out here. We're going to go through every area there is out here to try to find our nephews.
We just want them home, safe and sound. And, we're going to keep hope. We're going to walk with faith, leave it in God's hands because he has the last say.
Look at those faces. Little Orson and Orrin, brothers, 3 and 4 years old, in tonight's Unsolved case file. They went missing on December 21st, and their parents reported them missing going out of the backyard or something. It's a little vague exactly what they allege happened to those two little boys, but they're adopted. So you've got biological relatives who are out there as well doing the search, and a mom, the biological mother, who is upset by all of this as well. It's really a heartbreaking story. Our great affiliate KERO out in Bakersfield has more for us tonight.
And we ask you to reveal where these little guys are for their sake.
Street evangelist Tom Alexander is now the latest to make his way to California City to show his support for 3-year-old Orson and 4-year-old Orrin. The two brothers were reported missing here on December 21st.
The community is still distraught over the two missing boys. There is now a new addition to the neighborhood. This is a small memorial, leaving candles and toys, hoping the toddlers come home safely.
We'll have to get together as a community and just try to help find these children ourselves and do the best we can.
With guns drawn, authorities enter the California City home of Trezell and Jacqueline West, the adoptive parents of 3-year-old Orson West and 4-year-old Orrin West. The parents told authorities their two boys disappeared from their backyard and believe someone kidnapped them.
They do not.
I don't think the boys even made it to Cal City. I think they were in Bakersfield somewhere, and that is my opinion.
Just roam around. These patches, they definitely would have been picked up or something.
We have no way of knowing how they got out of the yard.
Nothing that shows how they got out of the yard and if they wandered out of the yard.
California City Police Chief John Walker believes this is now more than just a missing persons case. He believes foul play was involved.
Someone knows, and I would hope that person would come forward.
And that's why Walker says authorities have paid so much attention on the couple's home, even digging up the backyard.
We're just trying to dig up anything, any clues that we can possibly find to find out where they had gone, and also to confirm that they're not in the backyard. Noise like jackhammering or roto hammering, like they were trying to dig through dirt or break concrete.
The adoptive parents gave their account of what happened, claiming that the two boys went outside to play with chalk while their adoptive mother wrapped their Christmas presents. Their adoptive father said that he left the gate open. When he realized the boys were gone, he began searching for them. The adoptive parents declined an interview today, saying police advised them to stay inside, leaving some to wonder why.
I would be nonstop looking if it was my child. He wouldn't even keep me inside.
200 volunteers who dedicated around 4 hours looking for any clues that could lead to the West Boys' whereabouts. Some volunteers shared with 23ABC that they walked nearly 5 miles canvassing the area. Amongst the group were the boys' biological mother.
If they find my kids, can they just give them back to me? Whatever I have to do to work on it, to get them. I have a home, I have a car, I have a job, I have money. It's nothing to provide for them. I come from a good background, as you can see, and I don't understand. I just want my babies. If they find them, just give them back to me, please. That's all I want.
Throughout the search, you could occasionally hear groups shouting and waving to law enforcement if they found something of interest. And if it turned out to be an item of possible significance, it was then taken in for analyzation. But there was one item they found that stood out.
Basically, what we found today was a piece of or a gift bag with the name of one of the children on it. But being in such close proximity to the house, that's not super unusual. But it's something we definitely want to take a look at.
Although the boys have yet to be located and no arrests have been made or suspects named, this community says they will ensure the boys won't be overlooked.
Walker confirmed the family was new to California City. They moved here in September with 6 children. The other 4 kids have been in protective custody during the investigation.
Okay, so they said that they moved from Bakersfield to Cal City with 6 kids. Now, from what I understand, when I first started hearing about the West Boys, that before they had moved to Cal City, Trezell had been talking to a lady within real estate, I do believe. And I do believe she had said that Trezell had only mentioned 4 children, not 6.
The kids are missing, and we can't put that together. So until we determine one way or the other what happened to the children, the other 4 children are taken out of the home.
Walker said the parents have been interviewed by authorities on more than one occasion. Their home was searched at least one time. Their phones and at least one of their vehicles is still in police custody. Meantime, Walker says officers have knocked on nearly every door in the neighboring area, trying to find more information on when the kids were last seen.
From every neighbor you guys spoke to, not a single sight of them.
No. No.
When was the most recent that a neighbor cited they'd seen the kids?
None of the neighbors have seen the kids.
Ever?
No.
Despite search efforts that...
Okay, for me, that is a huge red flag that nobody in that community where the boys allegedly lived, were seen by neighbors. Never. So to me, those boys have never been in that house in Cal City. Now, when they said that the dog picked up scent of the boys inside the house, but not outside, that is easy in my mind, because the boys would have scent on stuff that when they were in Bakersfield, and if they had brought them towards the articles or whatever it may have been that the dogs picked scent up on, they could have just brought with them so that the boys' scent was there. Now, I would like to see the boys' bedroom, if they had a bedroom. their clothes, dressers, but I haven't seen any of that as of yet.
That haven't turned up anything. Neighbors are still trying to think positive during a dark time in this small community.
Hopefully, they'll find the children alive.
Exactly, dazed and confused.
All right, folks, if you have any information.
Okay, so that is that one. Now, I do believe AV Watchman did have a video from a neighbor's ring cam. I don't know if I can even find that. Give me one quick second. I do want to say thank you for joining me today. I totally appreciate it. AV. Just looking up something here. Daisy, hush. Sorry about my dog. Day. No bark. All right. Let me see here. Nope, that's not one. Now, I'm going to have to link this video. This is fair use. I'm going to say, I don't know if I don't know if this is the one that I want. So just give me a minute. I'm going to mute it for a second. All right, play. I'm just going to put on... I don't even know what this is. Outside live at home, my mother, Trezell, Bull, Westbo, Jacqueline were arrested. Oh, okay, so that's not the one. There is a Ring doorbell footage that AV Watchman put out. Let me just sorry, my Chromebook is lagging because I have everything opened. What is it? AV Watchman. Yeah, and it's in this video. I've watched it before. It shows Trezell standing by a tree. Oh, crap. Why is it under shorts? That was 1 year ago. I don't want to play his whole video. Let me see if I can just find the clip. Oh. Sorry, guys. I thought I'd have this more planned out. But. Oh, crap. Let me see if I can find it. What is this here? That's not the one. That was from 17 hours ago. This is the original footage. I'm going to put the caption on so I can see what I'm reading. All right, it's just a clip that I want. I just got to find it. I think it's here. Okay. Let me just pause this. Okay, let me just back it up just a little bit. Okay, so this is from AV Watchman. I'm hoping this is the camera footage that I'm looking for. So just give me, let's try this.
Let's go back in and...
Oh, I guess I got to share my screen, guys. Sorry. That would help. Yeah, the neighbors even stated 4 kids and not 6. You're right, Dazed. I think this is the one. So let's pray. Now, this is AV Watchman.
if you're just tuning in, you're gonna have to rewind the video because we just got done a lot of the video of the day when he claims that the boys came up missing. I'm gonna clean the screen real quick. And I'll see as well. I'll ask him if there's any way maybe get a copy or something and just upload it. And we can see a little bit better. Can I come in or? All right, thank you, bro.
No, I did not preview this video, so.
Want me to close the big door? Yeah. Same one or?
I don't know. Sorry, guys.
Can I visit? Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
So that's pretty much it for the 21st. It comes Parks. Cops come and
Okay, this is the neighbor's house, I do believe, with the ring footage.
the 19th is, if you look on the 20th,
Okay, so that was the 20th. The 21st. The 21st of December. And now we're gonna go back to
December 20th. He doesn't leave this house at all. You can see he pretty much just stayed home.
That was the 20th?
That was the 20th.
Did you see there was no sign at all that day either? So no days.
He pretty much never let the kids come out and play. Never. They were. So this is the 19th. The couple went to Bakersfield.
Okay, so this is the 19th of December, guys, and he claimed that all of them took off and went Christmas shopping on the 19th. But on this video here, it's going to show that those two little boys never went. Who said that? J.E. Pox? Those kids have been missing since October. Where do you get that from? Exactly. There should be some store cameras as well.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, so this is December 19th.
Let's go to the 21st.
11:32 a.m. This is a window here. That one, it's open right now?
Okay, so there's, I know you can't see my finger, so hopefully you can see my mouse. There's the vehicle.
I appreciate you guys all tuning in. So, if you are just now tuning in, we are at the neighbor's house to where the boys came up missing, and he has video surveillance from his house showing some shady stuff going on with.
See him coming out.
Okay.
Opens that cycle again.
I mean, I remember this is the December 19th of 2020.
Just two neighbors in the front, and he locks his front door entrance with that van, all tinted windows, creepy freaking van, you know what I mean? And,
all the windows.
Yeah, and he never goes that way and sits in the car. It's always, so he opens the door like that, and then you'll see the kids from that little crack right there, from this little part right here. You'll see the kids jumping in the van right now.
How many kids does he have altogether?
So he has two of his own, I believe, two adopted, which were the ones that are missing, and two fosters.
So 6 altogether?
I believe so.
And we're only going to see 4 come out right now.
Correct. So there it goes. That's one, I believe. So that's 1, 2.
You guys still with me?
And 4.
Thank you.
And the wife. So he just kind of sort of rushed them in.
Yeah,
see that?
quick, ran them in there.
He rushed them in there quick. So 4 kids only got in the van to go Christmas shopping. Yeah, can we do it one more time? All right, guys, so let's look at this one more time.
Okay, I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. Maybe we can get to the 21st to see
Get out there, get
what
That's what he's thinking, right?
I wanted to show.
It doesn't have. It's true, though. I mean, think about it. This don't, yeah. Yeah, I know, guys.
It's kind of hard to see you.
Went to a store.
Oh,
I'm sure, the cops are gonna, they asked them already where they went. So here they are. I appreciate you. I'm gonna be outside though for a while. All right. Hey, thank you. Thank you for opening the doors. Yeah, thank you. You too. All right, guys. So, man, let's walk over here, guys. And did you guys you got a lot of people right here saying thank you, bro. Yep. Okay, so let me grab my flashlight, and well, now we know for a fact that those boys they didn't get inside that van, guys. Hey, I'll give you my number, bro, before I jam. Oh man, let's go get the flashlight. And
So I'm just going to go back to see if it shows the 21st. For some reason it, oh, it's the 19th still on the timestamp.
I didn't even notice if maybe she had anything in her hands, like a present or something they went shopping for. Where are the kids at? They didn't come back with any kids.
Okay, so this is the 19th. Allegedly, the 4 kids that got into the van were allegedly dropped off at one of the grandparents' place, according to, I think it was one of the grandparents that had said that the 4 kids were with them, and that the boys, Orrin and Orson, were supposed to be with Jacqueline and Trezal. All right. I guess I can't see. I'm just going to close this out here. Make sure I don't close it's the wrong screen. All right. So let me go back. Let me stop this for a second. All right. So we all know that they have been found or have been charged. So let me just do that. Now, I don't know if you guys have read the affidavit. It was pretty graphic. Okay. So they were charged on March 3rd, I do believe, is when they were charged. Yeah. So it says a California couple murdered their adopted children and then waited 3 months to falsely report to cops that the kids disappeared while playing in the backyard. Trezal West and Jacqueline West were arrested Tuesday night for killing 4-year-old Orrin and 3-year-old Orson, who supposedly disappeared in 2020. Oh, this is the Kern County. Let me just pause this. There's a little video here. Let me close that one out. And I guess I'll share my screen again. So this is the press conference from when they were, when Jacqueline and Trezal were arrested. So let's going to back it up. Like I said,
to announce that the investigation has revealed that Orrin and Orson West are deceased. The investigation has also revealed that they died 3 months before their adoptive parents reported them missing.
All right.
However, I am pleased to announce.
So they were reported missing in December 2020, so that would make it in October, right? September? Yeah, September. So just for, I guess, when they were supposed to be going to school. All right, let's continue on. Sorry about that.
That this week, the Kern County Grand Jury indicted Trezell and Jacqueline West, the adopted parents, for the murder of Orrin and Orson West. The indictment charges 5 counts. The first count is murder, charges them both with murder, with the victim being Orrin West. The second count charges murder, with the victim being Orson West. The third count charges felony child abuse against the person of Orrin West. The fourth count charges child abuse against the person of Orson West. And the fifth count charges false report of an.
Oh, did it stop? What's going on? I'm having
emergency.
All right, so that just, what the heck? Oh, sorry, guys. Stop that for a second. All right. All right. So I'm just going to read the affidavit. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but I'll try to go through it as best I can. So just give me one quick second. What's going on? Search. All right. Oh, here's the this is, I don't know if you guys watched it. Yeah, I did yesterday. It was kind of disgusting. This is the adoptive parents attorneys. They speak out against, so they say the adoptive parents charged with murdering the 2 of their adopted children spoke to media for the first time on Monday and accused Kern County District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer for making statements in her press conference last week, which attorneys claimed to tend to invoke a tidal wave of emotions towards finding guilt, whether substantiated or not. This will taint a local jury pool and could deny their clients a chance for a fair trial. So Timothy Hennessy, which is Trezell's attorney, said the attorney also alleged that Zimmer's description of the grand jury indictment in this case may have caused confusion for people who may have not known the difference between a grand jury process and a trial jury, pointing out that the accused and their lawyers are not presented during the grand jury court proceedings. So a grand jury is basically people that are summoned to jury duty or jury, where they collect all the evidence that they have right now, and it's up to the grand jury to determine if they have enough to proceed with charges on the Wests. They had 50 witnesses, and they had a bunch of, I'm going to say, I don't know if it was circumstantial evidence that they had, or if they had, like, what evidence they had. But the grand jury came back and said, yes, there is enough evidence to charge these parents with the murder of the 2 boys. So now that the grand jury has come in and it's done, this case is to go right to trial. Now, if the parents were charged without the grand jury, then and had lawyered up and all that, then they could have done all what the grand jury did with their lawyers. So that's what they're fighting against, I think. I hope that made some sense. All right, so the attorneys also allege that Zimmer's description of the grand jury indictment in this case may have caused confusion for people who may not know the difference between a grand jury process and a trial jury, pointing out that the accused and their lawyers were not present during the grand jury court. They're not supposed to be. That's the whole point of the grand jury, to object or to cross-examine any witness. So what they're saying is they weren't allowed to cross-examine any of the witnesses that came into the grand jury. Well, the grand jury, as far as I know, is just about evidence, from what I understand. And then it goes on to say, it is odd that the office held their press conference, made a series of comments which both missed and disinformed the public, and then the following day came and requested a gag order to stop the defense from having any ability to make similar comments. So I think they're supposed to be in court today regarding the gag order. So whether that happens or not, probably not. I know they were trying to get a new venue, I guess you want to call it, to be tried, because they say that in Kern County that they wouldn't get a fair trial. Well, I'm sorry. It should stay in Kern County, but that's just my opinion. So anyhow, so March 3rd, it says, this is the arraignment. Trezell and Jacqueline West pleaded not guilty to all charges. Let me just make sure I'm stop the screen there. So all charges. Okay, West pleaded not guilty to all charges filed against them, including second-degree murder in the death of their adopted toddler children, Orson and Orrin West. The adoptive parents are represented by attorneys who work for the Kern County Bar Association Indigent Defense Program, according to the Kern County Superior Court. And it says that the trial is scheduled to begin on May 23rd. Let me share this. Got another little video here I'll share. Shares my screen. There you go. Let's see.
PS truck will break down the video during crime time. Hey, this is the Atlanta Police Department coming out! Buckle your seatbelt. This hour of closing arguments starts right now.
I'm Vinny Politan. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And this is the part of the program where we take a look at unsolved cases from around the country. And when we cover these stories, we hope that they get solved. But there are some times when a case gets solved, it's not the outcome that you want. It's not the good outcome. It's worst case scenario. If it's a murder case that's unsolved, you want to find who's responsible. But when it's
and search and rescue from the Kern County Sheriff's Department. The community also came out to assist in looking for the boys, but to no avail. They were not located. 1 week later, crucial information came to light that necessitated the involvement of the Bakersfield Police Department and the Kern County District Attorney's Office. Law enforcement worked diligently hundreds of hours in the next 12 months looking for the boys. This morning, I'm saddened to announce that the investigation has revealed that Orrin and Orson West are deceased. The investigation has also revealed that they died 3 months before their adoptive parents reported them missing. However, I am pleased to announce that this week, the Kern County Grand Jury indicted Trezell and Jacqueline West, the adoptive parents, for the murder of Orrin and Orson West. One of the questions that I'm sure you'd like to know is, have the bodies of Orrin and Orson been found? And the answer to that is no. They have not been found. However, I would like to emphasize that the fact that law enforcement have not found their bodies does not preclude a murder prosecution. As a matter of fact, there have been many hundreds of what we call no-body homicides prosecuted across the United States successfully, and even no-body homicides have resulted in murder convictions in Kern County.
The indictment itself took approximately 3 months.
All right, I'm just going to pause that for a second. So I'm just going to play, I don't know if devil's advocate is the right word, but so this case, the Wells case, or the West case, and Summer Wells case, this could happen to Dawn and Candace, too, a grand jury, a no-body homicide. So I just thought that was kind of interesting because Summer's now been gone approximately almost 9 months, and with no avail have they found her. So, of course, the law enforcement aren't going to give everything they have to the news to let us know what's going on, because I'm sure that the Hawkins County, Rogersville area could potentially have a grand jury regarding Summer Wells case, same way that the West case is going. So there is that hope that could happen. I just thought I'd share that little tidbit.
Over 50 witnesses testified during the course of the indictment. Much of those witnesses' testimony was extremely emotional as it related to this case. But that's to be expected from a case that involves the murder of 2 innocent children.
This is not a resolution in this case. And there will not be a resolution completely in this case until these boys are brought home.
I told you, worst case scenario. So what I want to do here in this next half hour, I want to start.
No, we're not going to do the whole half hour because I don't want to sorry, I'm just kind of going back. All right.
Forensic criminologist, Dr. Laura Petler. In Denver, Colorado, a reporter has been covering this case from the start. Is now a reporter and anchor with our great affiliate KMGH in Denver. Bayan Wang is back with us. And in Bakersfield, California, a reporter with our other great affiliate KERO in Bakersfield, Vanya Patino is with us as well. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. This was such big news, and we received it last night at the end of the show, and we've been working all day gathering great guests and information tonight. I want to start with Bayan Wang because we've talked about this case in the past. The first thing that jumps out to me was what the DA said, is that they believe this murder took place 3 months before they were reported missing. Bayan, I know you were putting together the timeline of this case. Does that put this family, does that put Orrin and Orson being murdered not in Cal City, but in Bakersfield, California?
Possible.
Well, Vinny, first of all, as you mentioned in the very beginning of there's no good news that comes out of this. This is all incredibly heartbreaking. It's trying to find the tone of moving this forward without getting too pumped of this development. But a lot of people have been waiting for answers, and today I think there was a lot that was revealed, and also more rabbit holes that people are going to go down the path of. Now, to get to your question, yeah, the timing of things is incredibly suspicious. Is it surprising that the DA believes that this crime occurred 3 months before they moved to California City? No, it's not surprising because, as we have been reporting, you and I, Vinny, no neighbors in California City have ever seen Orrin or Orson West.
Oh.
And I think this tipped off investigators from the very beginning. And there have been multiple agencies involved in this. I think that one of the biggest pieces of information that came out is from the DA's press conference today is they don't believe that Jacqueline and Trezell West acted alone. In fact, if you read the indictment, they believe that both in the second-degree murder counts and the second-degree and the other counts of willful child cruelty had other people involved in it as well. And so one of the
All right. So in the indictment, what he's talking about, I don't know if he's going to say it on here because like I said, I haven't pre-watched this video, but in the indictment, it does say that minors, so minor children, were possibly, allegedly made to do the crime of murdering both Orrin and Orson. So I think that's what he is referring to in this part.
One of the great questions a reporter asked was, has any other person been detained or arrested in this case so far? And Kern County DA Cynthia Zimmer was not able to answer that question.
Dr. Laura Petler, let me ask you, as a death investigator, forensic criminologist, they have not recovered the bodies of these two angels. They have not found Orrin and Orson, but they are convinced that they were murdered 3 months before being reported missing.
So that would make it September.
What type of evidence do you think they have been able to recover here?
When we're talking about a staged homicide, like the homicides of...
I'm just going to pause this for a second. So I wonder if they have checked the Bakersfield address where they had lived prior to moving to Cal City. I'm wondering if anybody else is living there at this moment, but if they could go in and search that with cadaver dogs, scent dogs. If there's a backyard, can they dig that one up? Because I, in my opinion, believe if the boys were murdered 3 months prior to moving to Cal City, that would make it in September. So I think that if it hasn't already been done, the house in Bakersfield should be totally searched, along with the neighborhood that the house may be in and the backyard. And even Trezell's and Jacqueline's parents. I think their houses should be searched with scent dogs, cadaver dogs, anything that that may pick up on the scent of Orrin and Orson. So that's just my opinion. I'm not going to play this whole video because I do not want to get copyrighted, obviously. So I guess we'll stop it here on this video. If anybody has any questions, I can open up the panel, or I can, if you want to chat in the chat comments, that is awesome as well. So if there's any questions you guys got, or more information that I may have missed, I haven't seen, let me see if the gag order court thing is opened. I do not know. West Gag order. It was scheduled for today, I do believe, according to my notes. Let's see if it was issued. Let me just see what this one says. Video unavailable. Huh. All right. So now I'm sure there's many rabbit holes we could all go down. But I myself think that the boys are in Bakersfield. And that's my opinion. All right. So this was just an hour ago. So this is new. So let me just share my screen one more time. This is regarding the gag order, I believe. Close that out. Now, I hope you guys can see that. Did I share my screen? I did. Why is it not showing? Let's go back. All right, there we go. I'm just a few seconds behind, apparently. All right, so this is from kget.com. Hope that it is a video. I do not know. Oh, let's go back. All right, may have to read it, which is fine. Okay, so Bakersfield, California, Kern County judge on Tuesday, today, March 8th, issued a gag order in the case of a couple accused of killing their adoptive children. Oh, that is not good. The order bars attorneys and their investigators and law enforcement involved in the case from speaking publicly about it. Great. So now we're not going to get any information. It also applies to witnesses and court personnel with access to reports filed in the case. Additionally, Judge Chad A. Louie ordered all search warrants and grand jury transcript sealed. Oh. Trezell, and this is not good news, guys, in my opinion. Trezell and Jacqueline West have pleaded not guilty to 2 counts of second-degree murder, 2 counts of willfully cruelty to a child, and falsely reporting an emergency. They were arrested March 1st after being indicted by a grand jury. It goes on to say prosecutors say Orrin 4 and Orson 3 were killed 3 months prior before they reported missing in December. Okay, the West defense attorneys have criticized comments District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer made at a news conference last week, saying they played on the public's emotion and implied the West were guilty based on their being indicted by a grand jury. Well, the shoe fits, wear it. Defense counsel at the news conference of their own held Monday stressed that their clients are innocent until proven guilty by a trial. True, everybody's guilty until proven guilty. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. I do believe in that. However, grand jury, I don't know. We'll have to wait to trial. And this is going to be a good trial, I think. Both sides said that there are no further comment until after the trial, which is currently scheduled for May, but it could be postponed. Great. Trezell West, 35, in December 2020, said the boys vanished while playing outside. He and Jacqueline West, 32, pleaded with the community for help finding them. The bodies of the boys have not been found. So there is a gag order, which prevents any law enforcement investigators or attorneys to speak publicly about the case. Also, all search warrants and grand jury transcripts are now sealed. So I don't even know if I can get that grand jury transcript about the affidavit or the indictment. I don't know. But on there it does say that they employed their other children to participate in the murder of Orrin and Orson. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. I hope it was. I hope you understand it. I try to set up my lives so that I have everything in order, but it never works out for me that way. Oh, anyhow, guys, thanks for being with me. Prayers for the boys, Orrin and Orson, and that they're found. Prayers for Summer Wells and hope that she is found. Harmony Montgomery, Brian Larson, he is still missing. There's many children missing still. And I pray that they all are found one way or the other so that their family can have closure. Until my next live, guys, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Take care.